tempo.
Going down to DC on the 6th?
And you were on the bridge?
Yes, I was.
Describe what the scene was like.
Well, what happened initially is as we approached the bridge, we were divided in effect into two groups. I can't tell exactly how much influence the police had on that, but I can say that the police did not stop us from walking on the lower portion, which was the roadway, as opposed to the walking deck. I assumed that what we were doing when we were approaching the bridge and going up, it was what the police wanted us to do. As we walked up the bridge, there was no involvement at all with law enforcement. The cars had come to a stop on the right side of the roadway, and as we got to the top of the bridge, the crowd started to slow down and then came to a halt, and then of course there was a crush. I was near the back. At that point, I moved out of the crush, so to speak, probably about 2 or 3 yards behind the main portion of the crowd. I was near the last car that had come to a stop. As I stood there with people from the Freedom Party out of New York, I noticed the law enforcement officers started coming up the inside portion of the bridge in 2 columns. Once that happened, they then directed us to start walking down on the inside of the cars, between the railing and the cars, off the bridge. As I look back, I noticed they then split the crowd. They, in effect, cordoned off the remaining people on the bridge, and from what I understand from there on out, they were all arrested.
And you were one of the in the section that was not arrested?
Yeah, simply because I wanted to avoid being crushed in, not realizing what was going to happen. I figure I'll just be at the end of the line and of the march rather, and just follow that way. And inadvertently, it saved me from being arrested.
What was the purpose of going onto the bridge? Was it just a demonstration?
Yes, as I understand it, we were going to go to Brooklyn Park and then have a gathering there.
Now, the police were the ones that stopped you in the middle of the bridge?
Yes, as I understand it, the police had stopped the front of the march. I couldn't see that far. It literally was over the hump. I couldn't see that far down, but it made its way back through the crowd that the police had blocked off the other side of the bridge.
And did you see was there any abuse going on, or was it just
Well, when the police approached that crowd, I noticed they started grabbing people who had sat down. I don't know why they were sitting. I just assumed some of the people were sitting down because they were, tired of walking. And those people were picked up. As I was walking down the bridge, the wagons were coming up backwards, and that's when I assumed people would be arrested. But I thought that would be a last attempt, to get them off the bridge. I didn't realize that they were going to cordon off all those people and arrest them.
Have you heard what's happened to the people that were arrested? Are they still?
From what I have heard, they have been taken to 4 to 7 different places between Brooklyn and Manhattan to be processed. I am surprised, this was 6-7 hours ago, that none of them that I know of are back here at the park.